that brown muddy ring around here is indication that the digestive system is very toxic. And then around here you can see 1, 2, 3, 3.5 stress rings. How can iridology assist with emotional health? I will repeat that. How can iridology assist with emotional health? First of all, let's be clear about what iridology is. Now, there's a very strong chance that you may never have heard the term iridology before, right? Well, I'm going to tell you a very short but very important history about how I got involved with the iridology. I'd served in the Vietnam War in 1966 to 1967 for a whole year, and I was in an infantry unit with the special forces as well, and we were carrying 80 pounds of equipment like bags, ammunition, food, water, in doing like up to a month in combat, for a whole month outside the base. And when you carry 80 pounds of equipment, even though you might be 18 or 19 or 20 and pretty fit, month after month of that, it does have a bearing on the quality of the back, right? So your spinal column is from here to here. You've got the cervical, you've got the thoracic area, then you've got the lumbar area. So cervical, thoracic, lumbar. So now what am I leading to is about 10 years later, and in 76, 10 years after the war, I started getting some really bad pain in this area here, in what I call the lumbar area, because the weights of the pack would just hit you constantly from the outside helicopters, on there, walking up the hill, falling over, whatever. So anyway, I went to see this chiropractor that was quite renowned in Adelaide, South Australia. And now remember, this guy's a chiropractor. It means the back doctor. So anyway, he sat me down on the couch. We normally lie you down and they palpate your back, right? And to my amazement, he got a torch and a magnifying glass and he looked at my eyes. And I was 30 and I thought, by then I was quite wise, especially after 10 years after the war. And I thought, shut up, Ronald. Let's listen to what he's got to say. So he looked at my eyes, a good 4 or 5 minutes for each eye. He kept going to this drawer and he looking at something in there. Anyway, finally, he said, okay, lie down, and he went straight to my lower back. And immediately my curiosity went, hang on a minute, my back is about 24 vertebrae. He went straight down here, to the bottom part here. And I thought, wow, how did you know that? So anyway, at the end of the palpation, what actually happened is that I felt relief quite quickly, and then I said to him, I said, Tony, his name was Tony. I said, Tony, what was it you did before? He said, it's iridology. I said, what is that? He said, it's the science of reading the iris of the eyes. Anyway, I asked him if he had a book on it. He lent me a book, and I was just amazed. And then he showed me this chart. It was black and white in those days, in 1976. And I was hooked, and I was like, wow. Now remember, prior to that, I'd already done some 20 years studying nutrition, but I'd never ever come across iridology before. So 76, about August 76 it was, I was like so pleased and so delighted to have met this guy. And so I learned so much. So since then, I've helped over 38,000 people with the science of iridology. So iridology is actually the science of reading the iris of the eyes. Now, so you be clear what the iris is that if you look at this book here, okay, this is the Master Book on Iridology, Volume 2 by Dr. Bernard Jensen, who was a doctor of chiropractic, a medical doctor, and a very advanced nutritionist, okay? So this is the chart that was put together over 700,000 plus patients. 700,000. So this is called an iridology chart. Okay. Now this is the pupil, and this is the iris, and the pupil and the iris sit in the sclera, which is the whites of the eyes. So iridology is an incredible science that can pick up many vibrations, many things that are happening inside the body, from hormonal imbalance to stress levels, to brain fog, to brain malfunction, to pains in the back. It can pick up to 80 things or more. So this is the chart we use. This one here. So we photograph the eyes, and then we can see, for example, here is your right lung. That's your left lung. This is your right brain, left brain. Okay, you can see the kidneys here, right kidney, left kidney, liver there, spinal column, right, and thyroid here and here. So you can see also here, this is the ascending colon and the transverse colon, and then the small intestines, and then the small intestines, left small intestines, transverse colon, descending colon, sigmoid colon. And you can see the legs here as well. So you can see many things, up to 80 things or more in the eyes. Okay. Now, what actually happens when you get that much information? So I'm going to show you an actual eye, where this is the actual right eye, right? Again, the pupil. This is the actual iris, and then this is the sclera. Now, the iris can be brown, can be black, can be azul, can be green, can be black, as I said before. It can be, and have a whole variety of different colors. This particular eye there, it should be azul, but you can see directly already where you can see this dark ring around here. That brown muddy ring around here is indication that the digestive system is very toxic, most probably with too much meat. Okay, and then around here you can see 1, 2, 3, 3.5 stress rings, or what we call contraction furrows. Right now, so therefore we can assist you with any disease you've got by what we recommend you do. You get access to this QR code that will give you entitlement to a free 15-minute consultation with us, and then you can give us a phone call for 15 minutes where we can discuss any problem you've got, whether it's psoriasis, whether it's hormonal imbalance, whether it's leg pain, back pain, aluminium poisoning, anything you got, any problem you've got, we can actually help you for 15 minutes and explain how we can help you to attend a consultation for 2 hours. 2 of us work for 2 hours. That's more than 10 minutes with a doctor. We spend 2 hours, and that's why we get so much. We've helped over 38,000 people so far. So, if you like this video, subscribe and select the bell notification, put your comments on it, and then, as I said before, scan the QR code, request a 15-minute consultation, and we really look forward to helping you tremendously with whatever disease you're suffering from.